Hello, back again for another vlog. Today, I did desserts. And not gonna lie, I kinda didn't like it. I got used to it by the end, but it's one of my less favored stations slash positions because A, it's cold. When you're making the milkshakes and all these drinks, your hands are constantly cold and it's really not pleasant, and you're constantly touching cold stuff, and like by the end your hands just feel so like raw and like it hurts and it doesn't really feel too good. Second of all, it's kind of just like pretty monotonous. Like at first it was a lot to remember, but once you like get into the rhythm, then it's like, oh, it's pretty simple. But it's very just like a lot of the same stuff. And the third point, which I guess could be an upside, but it's very like, it's one of the more difficult positions, because you're doing ice cream cones and you have to get the swirl just right. And that took a while for me to practice and get used to, and I messed up a lot of times trying to get the perfect swirl. There's a lot of artistry in getting it precise and making sure you have the exact amount of ice cream and making sure you get a good cherry on the milkshake and you put it in the center, and making sure you can do the swirl with the whipped cream. And like, I know it's very minor stuff, but like, it's like you kind of need a little bit of precision there, which can be difficult sometimes. And by far my least favorite part about this position were making the iced coffees, because holy moly, the lids they use for the iced coffees are so finicky and so annoying to put onto the cups. They don't snap on nearly as easily as any other lid in the entire store, the entire restaurant. These are by far the hardest lids to put on. And you have to be super precise because you can't just snap them on. Like, they don't click into place as easily. So you have to like put on one side and you have to kind of like squeeze around the entire edge, because like it's like very like a very like loose fit, and or maybe the opposite, it's a very tight fit. So you have to be very precise to get the lid just right, and you have to like squeeze the cup a little to get the rim around the edge of the lid, and it's very just like difficult. It took me so long to get my very first lid on, and I still had trouble with it even after I did it a couple times, because it's like, it's kind of like, you know, when you make your bed and you have to do the like the sheet that goes over the mattress. I forgot what it's called right now. It's kind of like that, where like you do one corner and then you do another corner and then you do another corner, but then, oh no, the first corner you just got undone, right? And it's kind of like an endless game of like, you have to constantly keep tucking in all the corners of the sheets, right? So that all four corners go under the mattress. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but with a cup. And a cup is circular, right? So you have to get all around the edge of the cup, and then you have to keep the pressure down around around the entire cup, and then you have to like, on the side that's not yet over the cup, you have to like push it down gently. You can't go too hard. So you have to like do like a fine balance between like, if you do it too soft, then it's not gonna attach onto the cup. If you do it too hard, then you're gonna either break the lid, mess up the cup, or spill the drink. And it's like, so you have to be very precise. You have to be very careful. You have to put a little pressure on the cup so that it goes around, but not too much pressure because then the other side gets undone. And it's so annoying to do. And it's by far like the hardest thing. And then there's also like, no one ordered one, but there's also ice cream cups. We have to do the same thing with the swirl with like the ice cream cone. And it's just very, very difficult. And it's by far the messiest station as well. Like, I got syrup on me. I got like ice cream on my hands. Like, my hands are all sticky. I have to constantly wash my hands. There's like cherry juice and like strawberry, and it's just like by the end of my shift, my watch was like covered in like ice cream paste, and it was like so nasty. And yeah, it was just like a whole mess. And you can get like ice cream dripping on your leg and stuff. And not to mention, refilling the ice cream machine is so scary and so difficult because the bags are super heavy, and you have to like unscrew the lid and then like get this entire bag and pour it without spilling, which is difficult when it's heavy and it's not like in a box or anything. It's just a bag, a big heavy bag. So there's no like handles or anything to easily pour it. No, you have to kind of like balance it, and you can't let the bag drop into the ice cream because then that's cross-contaminating everything in the ice cream, and that's really bad. But you don't want to spill either, and you have to be able to pour the bag. So it's like really difficult and really intimidating. I kind of did it. Like, I figured it out with I got a little bit of help, but I was able to do it. But yeah, it's still very scary. And you also have a lot of refilling, restocking you have to do at this station, kind of like the drinks in the drive-thru, but it's a lot more difficult, I'd argue, because you have to like remember, like, how do I refill the strawberry gun dispenser thing? It's like crazy. Like, the strawberry mix, it's like you have to put it in like this like big like Splatoon looking gun. It's like a giant dispenser with like a trigger, and so you have to know how to disassemble that and how to put the strawberry pouch in and make sure it's just very like all finicky and stuff. And it's like, oh, sometimes the strawberry gets jammed, so you have to cut open the bag. You have to open the lid from the gun and then like cut open the bag a little, and there's strawberry everywhere, and you have to put it on, and you have to put the nozzle over, which is like made of rubber, so it's like all like stretchy and stuff. And it's just like so much finick, not enough precision, you know what I mean? Because you're dealing with a lot of liquids, and like thick liquids, and it's very, very difficult and very annoying. And thankfully I had a trainer there to help me and do everything. Obviously, I need a trainer for my very first time doing desserts, but I'm afraid that if I do it by myself, then I won't be able to do it because it's really difficult if I didn't have a trainer there to help me, refill the Oreo crumble cookies or whatever, and refill the strawberry gun, and refill the shake base and the ice cream and the cherries. Oh my gosh, replacing the cherries. There's a giant jar of cherries, and it's all like, you have to make sure you have to like get new ice for the cherries, and then you have to get the cherries out of this big bottle, which is filled with cherry juice, and it's freezing cold, and it's like, it's just, you know what I mean, right? It's like a lot. So anyways, rant over. Other than that, my day was pretty chill. Like, it was alright. I've been watching a lot of Silent Hill 2 remake on YouTube. And I mean, seems like that game's getting a lot of praise, which is awesome because I love the Silent Hill franchise, even though I haven't played a single game, but I love the music from Silent Hill, so that's why I like it. And just the overall vibe of Silent Hill 2 I really enjoy, so I'm glad they remade the game. It's really cool. and I like seeing people react to it and seeing people play the game. And so I continue on doing that with a bunch of my fave YouTubers. And what else? Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna have to walk home from work because my parents are going to like a Thanksgiving thing, and so they won't be able to pick me up. Well, they asked if I wanted to go with them, but it would have to be right after work, so I would be like all like nasty after work, and I might be late, and I'll still be in my uniform, and it's like, no thanks, I don't want to go to Thanksgiving in my uniform after work. So I'd rather just walk home and relax, because yeah. So there's that. And then after tomorrow I'll have a 2-day weekend, which is nice because of Thanksgiving, so looking forward to that. And yeah, that's about it for me today. So talk to y'all tomorrow. See ya.